It's racing through the cosmic void, a blazing visitor from another galaxy. NASA says the comet is now closing in for its closest pass by our planet. And the world's telescopes are, of course, chasing it frame by frame before it vanishes forever. Take a look.
The anomaly is screaming its presence. Forget the ice and dust of a natural object. This interstellar visitor is breaking every single rule of celestial mechanics. It is moving with non-gravitational acceleration, a signature of deliberate, controlled thrust. Spotted in June, it is now streaking through space at nearly 130,000 miles per hour. On December 19th, Atlas will make its closest approach to Earth, around 170 million miles away. That's twice the distance between the Earth and the Sun, but for astronomers, that's close enough to watch history unfold. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope has captured breathtaking new images. The comet glows, its white nucleus blazing at the center, surrounded by a halo of gas and dust bursting into space. The background stars appear as stretched streaks, proof that Atlas is moving too fast for even Hubble's steady lens. Comets typically brighten as they approach the Sun. But that's not the case with 3I Atlas. It's not just passing through quietly. This snowball, possibly 0.4 to 5.6 kilometers across, is emitting jets of carbon dioxide, a sign it's reacting violently to the Sun's heat. Given the anomalies, some scientists have called the comet an alien ship. NASA asserts that it is a comet from interstellar space. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, a visitor from another star system. Too fast to stay and too rare to forget. 3I Atlas is flashing by one last celestial farewell before it disappears into deep space forever. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
A grin at the Kremlin and a chill in Brussels. Donald Trump's new national security plan has sent the NATO scrambling. As America, in a way, steps back from NATO, Europe is fearing that Putin is ready to step in. Our next report taking a closer look at why there are fears of American withdrawal and questions over NATO and the European Union's future.
A storm of geopolitics knocks at the gates of Europe. On the chessboard of superpowers, new lines are being drawn. And somewhere, Vladimir Putin is smiling as Donald Trump rewrites the rules. President Trump's America First doctrine has culminated in a national security strategy that seemingly targets Europe, throwing the 70-year transatlantic partnership into chaos. The new US doctrine takes aim at Europe, calling it over-regulated, lacking in self-confidence, and facing civilizational erasure due to immigration. The reaction from Europe has been furious.
What we cannot accept is this threat of interference in European politics. The United States cannot replace European citizens in choosing which parties are good and which are bad.
The Federal Republic of Germany has so far been able to discuss all of these issues internally in a satisfactory manner, and we also see ourselves in the future capable of addressing and discussing this entirely on our own, and we do not need any outside advice on this.
The strategy clearly states that the US will adopt a more limited and conditional role in European defense, shifting the burden onto allies who must now frantically find billions of US dollars to cover the sudden security vacuum. The Pentagon has already begun drawing down troop numbers on NATO's eastern flank, a clear physical manifestation of the new disengagement. While Brussels is fretting, the Kremlin is smiling. It has fulsomely praised the US national security strategy, saying it corresponds to their vision. The new doctrine also asserts that the US should stop calling Russia a direct threat. European capitals erupt in alarm. For decades, NATO served as the linchpin of defense and deterrence. Now, with Washington's support receding, NATO members face a moment of reckoning. A weakened US presence could leave Europe exposed. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Fresh clashes erupted along the contested Thailand-Cambodia border, with both sides accusing the other of breaking the ceasefire and triggering a new wave of violence that has claimed 5 lives. Thai officials saying their troops were targeted before dawn and claimed Cambodia fired rockets, artillery and even dropped explosives using drones on Thai positions. And in response, Thailand launched airstrikes, saying its fighter jets hit only military targets after Cambodia reportedly moved heavy weaponry towards the front line.
The Cambodian side opened fire in many additional areas at dawn, namely Chong An Ma, Huay Ta Maria, Prasat Khana, Prasat Takwai and Prasat Tamuyan Tom. Thailand has retaliated according to our response strategy, focusing on the military targets that launched the attacks on Thailand.
But Cambodia is telling a very different story. It says that the forces did not retaliate and were respecting the ceasefire, despite numerous provocative actions by Thailand. That's what they are saying. In fact, Cambodia accusing the Thai military of initiating attacks in multiple parts and saying the airstrikes have resulted in civilian casualties.
The Defense Ministry of Cambodia strongly condemns the inhumane and brutal acts. These clearly show that the Thai side violated the ceasefire and the joint declaration between Cambodia and Thailand that was signed by the prime ministers from both Cambodia and Thailand on October 26, 2025, with the witness of U.S. President Donald Trump and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who is the current ASEAN chair.
Thailand says Cambodian troops fired on Thai forces early Monday morning. Thailand added that Cambodia also fired rockets towards civilian areas in the Buriram province. In the provinces of Preah Vihear and Odar Meanchey, both sides had also reported a brief skirmish on Sunday in the Sisakit province, which Thailand's military has said left 2 soldiers injured. On the ground, though, the human impact is growing by the hour. In Cambodia's Preah Vihear province, long lines of residents on tractors and motorbikes were seen, fleeing the border, hoping to escape this new round of fighting. Cambodian officials saying at least 4 civilians have been killed, while many more have been forced to evacuate. On the Thai side, meanwhile, thousands fled to shelters on the Thai side of a disputed border with Cambodia. Several residents living along the Thai border there. Authorities have moved civilians away from the potential conflict zones now. Reports of grenades, artillery, rocket fire continue to trickle in. Schools have been shut near the border, both sides scrambling to secure safe areas for their communities.
Thailand never wants to see violence. We insist that Thailand has never initiated the clashes or encroached into their land whatsoever. But Thailand will not stand for its sovereignty being violated and will proceed with appropriate measures, caution, and adhere to peace, stability, and uphold humanitarian aspects.
And this latest escalation coming just months after the deadliest fighting in decades, when heavy weapons and rocket barrages in the month of July claimed dozens of lives, displaced hundreds of thousands. Those 5 days of violence prompted international intervention. And in October, US President Donald Trump, remember, co-signed a deal with Thailand and Cambodia. But that agreement appears to be in jeopardy increasingly. Both countries now trading blame for what is clearly a significant breach of the truce, with airstrikes, ground assaults, civilian displacement, all marking a major setback to that peace process. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.